stuff.
I remember Austin always had to go down and sit at the dump the last few days to
But
try and.
I did that the last 2 years, and that first time I did that, I hope.
Here she comes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Your daughter stopped over to get plans and started talking, and I was like, look, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. And ran out of the house and ran her in, left her in there.
12, 15, 25.
Hey, Jess is here, so give me a second and we will get going here. You ready, Jess?
Yeah, I'm just all over the place.
All right, I would like to call the Finance Committee meeting to order at 6:42 this evening. Madam Clerk, if you'll call the roll.
DeGrosse? Kraft?
Did you hear that, Judd? You were called to order.
Judd is here.
Perfect. Olson? Yes.
All right, approval of the minutes from November 17th, 2025.
So moved.
I have a motion, Judd.
Second motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, agenda number 3, approval of bills to be paid December 16th, 2025. There was one addendum to the bills. Judd, did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw it, and it looked like what we had already discussed about the trade-in.
Did you see that, Jess?
I'm looking right now.
And I don't have any issues with it.
Okay,
I had one question about the bills in general.
all right.
Yeah, there was one item, the check we wrote on the 21st of November. I'm pretty sure it's just a normal payment, but I wanted to ask, the $46,517.50 that went to Hiawatha National Bank. It says for GO principal payment.
That is a loan payment, yes, for the loan for the old school property and for this bill. Yes, any questions?
Nope, that's good.
All right. I will entertain a motion to approve the bills, including the added bill that Jesse just saw.
Second.
Right. Motion is made in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Agenda number 4, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Finance Committee is adjourned. Thank you, folks. Judd, I will call you back shortly. Okay.
Is that not here?
No, doesn't count.
Yes. No, well, usually it's Jen, but I don't know.
No one else want to sign in today? All right.
Oh, well, the old one.
All right, I gotta call Judd and then we can start. the meeting.
How can you prove that that's Judd?
Because it's Judd,
How can you prove it?
because it is him.
You can verify.
Trust me? That's your, it's
Hey,
true.
can you prove it's you?
I can just get a copy of your phone logs if you want.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Well, you'll never get a copy of my phone log, so.
You're using it for a public purpose right now. That makes it subject to public record.
It is, not, no.
Oh, has the meeting started?
No, it hasn't.
That's right, it hasn't started, so please,
So no one's gonna listen, just stop. Just stop it.
you can relax, Terry.
Yeah, you.
Okay, that's enough out of you.
What?
You don't tell her to relax.
Was the meeting started? We're allowed to talk,
If you
right?
want to leave, you can leave.
For what?
For disturbing.
Disturbing
Okay.
what?
Meeting hasn't started. No
That's right,
reason
it
to talk
hasn't
to her.
started.
Judd, I am going to get you off the call. I'm not dealing with this.
We've got 4.
all right, call me back when you guys are ready.
Okay, bye.
We've got 4.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's call the regular city council meeting to order. It is 7:02, Monday night. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll? Or Madam Deputy, I'm sorry.
Fletcher,
Here.
Ross,
Here,
DeGros. Kraft. Lee.
Here.
Olson. Yes. Stoner.
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Agenda number 3, approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Agenda approved. Agenda number 4, approval of the minutes from the October 8th special council meeting and November 17th regular council meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of both of those meetings.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda number 5, approval of the bills. Earlier tonight, the finance committee recommended the payment of the bills. Will you make a motion?
I'll
please?
make a motion to approve the bills to be paid with the addition of the one that we discussed.
I'll second that.
Will you call the roll, please?
Ross.
Aye.
DeGros. Kraft. Lee.
Yes.
Olson. Yes. Stoner.
Yes.
Agenda number 6, public comments. I have no one signed up to speak this evening. I have no summer rec committee report. Rochelle from the library.
Okay, we're winding down for the year. We had our Christmas on Oak Street on Saturday. We did have about 150 people come to it. It was turned out very well, even with the cold weather. We had a balloon artist this year for the first time. He was a major hit. I brought my little persona. Terry didn't get to wear her hat. but-
My grandkids loved it, they popped it.
Yeah. So we did ask him back already for our, Dr. Seuss night in March, so he's already signed up for that. For next year, we do have a harpist signed up to come in. We have a children's author already signed up. And we are working on, I believe it's a dragon training guy coming in. He does a big, huge puppet. They're pretty nice puppets. Coming in to do a program for summer reading, so we're on the go for summer reading, getting there. Other than that, it was nice. This is the first year that for Christmas on Oak Street, everything got paid through all donations this year to put it on. So that was great. The first time I've seen that with everybody. So we also received a $120 grant through the Jules Volunteer Grant Program because one of our board members actually volunteers. So she donates all of her money for that to us. So that helped pay for it too. And then we received $150 from Ross Meats for her porch pot program. We got money in return for that, and that also helped pay for it. So it was a good time this time. And next year, we're looking at possibly turning it into a night program instead of during the day. So we're looking at changing that a little bit. Other than that, we're just gonna wind down the season kind of quietly and then start up again for next year.
Are there any questions for Rochelle? Okay, thank you very much. Dave, Public Works.
I don't have a lot, just getting going on snow retraining people not to park the cars on the streets and working with Joel. We wrote out a few tickets the last time, so hopefully that fixes it. Other than that, that's all good. The snowstorm went off well and everything worked the way it was supposed to, so.
Okay, questions for Dave? All right, thanks, Dave. Chief Collect,
No, nothing additional.
anything for the chief? All right. Fire chief is not here. He was at a conference or at a concert, I believe. Director Lee.
No, just for a second.
Oh,
Greg had told me to let y'all know. Sorry. He has secured the purchase of the engine, but he does not have a delivery date yet. So
yeah, I
that's-
was
Does he have a dollar figure?
Yeah, 10,000.
So what that-
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Julie, back to you.
Okay, just a couple quick things. I have more when we get down to number 10.
Okay.
On that grant.
Oh, 10, we are not.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then can I,
Talk what you gotta talk about.
Okay.
It's your time.
all right. We did receive our next payment on our annual FAP, grant money, on the 4th. That amounted to $23,280.08. And so I just have to verify with Jennifer next week, or I mean this week, that it has been deposited. I took part this morning. Tom from the chief from Baldwin and myself took part in doing interviews at Baldwin EMS this morning. And so we were down there and did that.
Interviews for what?
He is hiring an assistant.
Oh.
Yes. So he is getting that, plus he's keeping what he makes, but they are also adding an assistant position.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do want to recognize Jess on her 15 years. She is resigning from EMS. Much to my dismay. I still have a few words for her, but that'll be Saturday at noon, I believe. If anybody is free and wants to come join us downtown at noon Saturday, we're going to celebrate a little bit. And then, like I said, they go back here.
They only have parties for people that are glad to leave.
That's mine.
You'll be the first one by round.
Are you, I was gonna say, are you offering any specials?
I will have to see. Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, we'll be there. Okay, regarding this Wiscom 800 grant. It's a bugger. Everything that I've gotten from the state has had broken links. I have been fighting for 2 weeks to get my attachments from them because the links have been broken, and I call them and say they're fixed, and they are not. I finally got that. I have my stuff put together because even if we would have someone else to do it, I believe fire and police are having someone else do theirs. Okay. We were supposed to get together and talk about that. I told Greg at the October meeting here, I said we need to get together and chat. A couple weeks ago, I said, again, reach out, and I haven't heard anything. So I think I'm on my own for that. But I did tell Greg that there was a $50,000 max on it. And so for all 3 of us to go together, even 2 might even be difficult. But wanted to sit down and chat about it and see, because I have no idea number wise where police is at or where fire's at to even put with ours, and see where we end up. So I don't know. It sounds like they're going to hire Cedar to do theirs. You want me to hire Cedar too? I guess is where I'm at.
Yeah, well, so Chief said you guys are all doing it separate, right? Because we need to get the most amount of money for each department.
Yeah.
So he had told me, or we talked the other day, he had said that they already talked, but you didn't want to do
Didn't
it?
go.
Oh, okay,
I've never said that. The
So-
only thing I said is there's $50,000 max.
okay, so
Right.
give
Greg
me,
and I talked, even if we get it or one of us gets it, we're still gonna pool the money to make sure all 3 of us get.
well, why don't you get her in the loop and
That would-
whatever you guys are doing, do the
All
same
3
thing.
of us, we need to sit down, yeah. So,
Whatever that involves.
but anyway, so it's just been difficult, that way. But I do have my, estimate or my proposal for what we want. Ours would end up being about 25,000,
Okay,
just over 25,000.
without the grant or with?
That would be the grant amount we would apply for.
Yes,
So we would be responsible for 20% of that.
gotcha. Yep.
Yes.
And that our amount would be 25,000. That's the 20%.
Total that we
Yeah.
would, yeah. And then we do,
You're saying that's the total that you would want me to apply for?
that's
if
the
you're gonna go with all
total
your stuff?
amount of money we need
She-
to replace our.
Okay, that's not our, we're 25% of that.
That's right.
Gotcha. Oh,
80-20, we're 20%.
Yeah, yep.
And then, but we do need to pay for it all upfront, not with this grant also. Everybody, police, fire, EMS, they have to pay for the whole thing and then wait for reimbursement. Just want you to be aware of that. My first thought on it was our 20%. I have my FAP money.
Mhm.
It would be a good way to use some of that.
Mhm.
We can't use any state or federal funding that we receive, so we cannot use that. So it has to come out of our everyday budget. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Other than that, I guess that's kind of what I was looking for. I mean, should I go ahead and, follow them and have?
Yeah,
them do
whatever
the
they're
same
doing,
thing?
that seems to be the smartest way because we're gonna need as much money as we can get so everyone applies. So we'll see what happens.
I did find where, through the outfit that we've used for years for radios and pagers. We've always had Kenwood. Kenwood is offering a very nice promotion because of this, because of Wisconsin, through March. Now they extended it. And so, we get a pretty nice discount on our portables and our mobile units for each truck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that is it. All right, I do have that letter of, support. I do have it, printed out. So if you sign it, maybe I can catch you afterwards and just have you, if you sign it, that would be applicable for all three of us, all three departments. It's just all I had input in the same company that we're part of.
Gotcha.
And then I can pass that on, when that's done.
Okay.
And then, I have my quotes, so we're good to go. All right,
Sounds good.
thank you.
Questions for the director?
Julie, is there different types of radios? Like Joel, there's certain radios that are better for you than,
There's
or
very
there's
specific,
all three of you have different, yeah.
there's very specific requirements that these radios have to have, and it's laid out in the grant. So what I did is I took those specs, I sent them to my guy that we've always worked with and said, these are the, the specifications, give me a quote. So I know, because I have no idea.
But to answer
No
your
idea.
question, there's no different radios between ambulance or police that I know.
Police, fire, and ambulance all have the same type of radios.
So I know fire tries to get radios that don't create a spark in case they go through.
Yeah, I don't know
Building
if
with
Greg uses
PLE.
Kenwoods or not. We just
Well,
always
what I,
have
yeah,
them.
I just remember you guys talking something about them with wattage or something for distance, or
Yeah, but it's all
that's all
specified in there.
specified in
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Sure
That's
is.
what I needed.
So, yeah, and like I said, then because we've always used Kenwoods and that's what I'd like to stick with, not to say we have to, but they are running a special, and it's significant.
Okay.
So,
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Julie.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, Julie. Brandy, do you have anything? Thanks. All I really have, I was gonna mention the fire truck.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But yeah, $10,000 for a fire engine is an unbelievably good deal. If you're in the city, appreciate what Greg did to get this done because it's a big deal to keep our stuff current. And for $10,000, he did a heck of a job. We'll probably end up selling our old engine for more than what we paid for the new one. So that's a nice thing. Also, this is Jess's last meeting. She is going to be leaving us, so I wanted to send my appreciation for all your help, all your work last few years. This job, obviously, as you know, is not because of the money, and it's not because everyone pats you on the back and says good job, but we appreciate your time, appreciate what you've done for the board, and the same with the ambulance service. I know you put a lot of time there, so thank you very much.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make her cry, Saturday.
All right, old business, update on Hinman Park. I don't think anyone is here, but I do know that tomorrow or Wednesday, supposedly, we are getting some playground equipment to be stored over there. Correct, Dave?
She didn't know if it was gonna be here. She's still waiting to hear from them, if not Wednesday, Monday.
But so we're getting the first round of that. They have lots of stuff. So just let everyone know where we are on that. New business, agenda item number 11, discussion of snow removal, Bill Johnson. You have the floor, sir.
Okay. Everybody obviously knows that we had some significant snow last Tuesday night. And I have other things I have to do when I move snow, so I got into town at noon on Wednesday. And I was greeted with about 6 to 10 inches of slush and snow and rocks and salt on the sidewalk that the city ordinance says that I have to move. And I said before, and I said this would happen, and it happened. I took my skid steer and I made a pile in front of my place on the parking area. Because my only place to put it is back on my property. That stuff came off the city street. I called City Hall, I talked to Brandy, she got a hold of Dave. The city crew didn't put it there. So I called Joe from the county. He had to check with his guy. But he said he has 2 types of roads that he deals with. Curb to curb or driving lane only. And he couldn't tell me what that one was. So I said to Joe, well, if it's curb to curb, where are you gonna put the snow you plow off the road then? Because it's gonna go on the sidewalk, if that's the only place to put it. And I am not gonna move the snow off the sidewalk that didn't fall from the sky. Because I gotta put it in my pile behind my building. And if that pile gets too big, then I gotta pay to have it removed. It didn't fall from the sky, it came from the road. I said this would happen. Last year there wasn't much snow. We already had the first time, December. And it's gonna happen again. Each and every time I find snow that didn't fall from the sky on my sidewalk, I'm gonna push it onto the road where it came from until you and the county, the city and the county figures out what to do with their snow. It's not mine. It went on Dean's sidewalk, it went on my sidewalk. And I was curious to note that the next day, to the north of me on First Street, that sidewalk was cleaned all the way up to Mike Barsted's. Mike Snowboat is. But the city cleaned the sidewalk. They cleaned the curb in the parking area. Not in front of me, they didn't. Why are we all treated the same? Everybody. People on Main Street, I drove around town. I found driveways on one side of the street pushed across the street up on the city property on the other side of the street. They can't do that. I can't do that. But they're allowed to do that. Some people are being treated differently than others. I'm not going to stand for that.
I don't believe they're being treated differently. I think they're doing the best they can. They're not doing any favoritism. They get yelled at all day long. So they'll have to work on what your problem is, not what someone else's problem is.
Okay, so other piles that are across the street from a driveway?
I don't know what a pile's across from what driveway.
Well, first of all, you're not supposed to push snow across any street, any road. Wisconsin law.
Okay, so who does that?
I found 2 or 3 residences.
I think she's asking for where, like with the address.
Well, I can write them down, but I can write them down. I can go around.
Well, I'm just saying, Bill, that you don't know that those people didn't get tickets either. So
Well,
that
is true.
That's where we're at. I mean, where you're at, I don't believe they're not intentionally putting snow on your sidewalk. I don't believe so.
Somebody did.
Well,
Came off
but you're feeling that it's somebody, David, or the county.
Well,
They're not doing it on purpose, is what, so we have to find out.
I didn't say on purpose. I said, there's a city ordinance that I have to move the snow on my sidewalk.
Mhm.
If Dave's crew, which I didn't believe they did, but I had to check. And I checked with Joe at the county, and he had to check. One of those 2 crews did that. I didn't do it.
So isn't the ordinance that the snow, if you have a sidewalk, the snow has to be removed by 6 o'clock in the morning?
No,
Not there.
that's just,
That's like a 24 hour.
That's just on Main Street.
yes, that's just
That's not including any other businesses.
correct.
Just 24 hours after the snow.
Because they're allowed to put it on the street, the city will take it away, but it has to be before 6, or you have to remove it yourself.
That's what I meant. So it has to be, if they do it before 6.
Just on
Just
that
Main
part of
Street.
Main Street.
Just
yeah.
Main Street. Okay.
This, I know a buddy of mine shoveled up there too, and he was flagged for throwing it in the road after 6. It isn't, you know, it's been. They just let you know.
So the 6 o'clock is the main, doesn't include Bill,
Correct.
doesn't include Bill's business.
No.
Napa, none of those.
No, they
So-
fall under 24 hours.
Chief or Dave,
Yeah, it was-
isn't there something in, I don't know if it's a county rule, there's so much that can be, like if so many feet you can spread, or,
The city has a right of way, just like they do out in the, like the county does outside of town. They have a right of way to put snow there.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously not push a pile of snow onto somebody's.
but I would say, so someone's driving by Bill's place, and it's gotta go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's good, so it's gonna go on his property, unfortunately, whatever, but that's not something that is illegal, or something they shouldn't be doing, or something they can do
No.
anything about.
No, and
Okay.
I mean, for clarification, we do not plow First Street
Yeah, I know,
to the curb. I'm just telling you.
I know what you-
Yeah, everything that we do on First Street, we're pulling the snow off the curb.
Yeah.
And to answer the question about the First Street, we rolled some of that snow and we ended up rolling it on there, so I had Brandon clean it off that day when we rolled First Street out past the church. We're not doing it as a favor to anybody, we're just trying to not get people pissed off at us, so.
I think you pushed it all in my driveway.
Somebody says you drove by them and smiled as you went past, they just got done with their driveway.
No, it was probably like, sorry.
So you think that when you do your plowing and then that county goes by,
The county plows the center 22 feet, so everything that's in the center of the road out 22 feet, they take care of. We take care of the parking lane. But I said, we do not run our plow down that street during a snowstorm. We don't push plow to or snow to the curb on First Street or Maple Street.
so do we have any suggestion to help Bill with
I don't
his-
know what the answer is. I don't know how, unless the guy that plows it slows down. I mean, and I don't know how fast he's going when he goes by there. If he's throwing it up that far, he's gotta be cruising. But I don't know that.
Sometimes he throws it up to my garage doors.
And I mean, and that fights with the county. I mean,
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying that.
what I'm saying is the county needs to get with the city and figure out a solution, because I can't.
Well, this is the problem, Bill, with that, city ordinance is one thing, right? Gotta keep your sidewalk clean, that's us. County does what they do, we have no control over their plowing system, right? Like you can call them and say, hey, I wish you wouldn't do that, but at the end of the day, city doesn't do anything, we just say, your sidewalk's gotta be clean, right? So if there's something to be done, in my mind, and I could be wrong, but it seems like you need to talk to the county and get them to not shove it up there, because at the end of the day, the city's only concerned about your sidewalk, we're not concerned about the
And
county.
why would the county listen to me?
I don't know, I'm just,
they won't listen
they're not
to
gonna
us
listen to us
either.
either, because,
Mhm.
you know, they just wanna get their roads done and get out of our town, like everyone else that comes into our town, they don't wanna be here very long, because we're so far on this side of the county, they'd rather be over there. And I wish I had a better answer for you. Have you been ticketed for having snow on your sidewalks?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so,
Unless
I mean, I think we're all trying to work together to make things as easy as possible. I know it isn't ideal by any means. But I mean, I don't think anyone's telling you saying, get this stuff off here, this side. I mean, I know that's not what you're looking for.
But there's an ordinance,
There is,
and the
yes,
ordinance is law.
yes,
Okay,
there is.
so if I didn't clean that slush off the road that gets pushed onto my sidewalk, I could be ticketed.
Unfortunately, yes, you're correct.
And Dean, for one, he's not here tonight, but he's in no shape to shovel that heavy stuff off there.
Mhm.
He's got a tractor that's too big for the sidewalk. I've got a skid steer that's almost too big for the sidewalk.
Mhm.
And I can't shovel that stuff off there. So between the county and the city, something has to give here. I mean,
Yeah, I understand your problem.
Yeah.
I just, like Dave said, though, we're not the ones putting it on there, you know, for I know it's not coming from the sky, it's not coming from our plow, it's coming from the county plow, is that what I'm?
Yeah, they said,
Yeah.
you know.
You need an
don't
early
follow-
warning system and we'll have a scan on the curb.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the best thing I can think of right now is that it's just to call the county and maybe talk to the driver if you know who the guy is that plows. I don't know what to tell you.
I got a hard enough time keeping track of Dave's guys.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, the change, or if there is a change, one guy.
I mean, if there's a chance for Dave to talk to, I mean, definitely I'll have Dave, say something, but I don't know what it's gonna do, but we'll try. We're not trying to be jerks about anything, you know what I mean? It's just, the ordinance is the ordinance, and if Dave was plowing it, I'm guaranteeing you, Dave would say, I don't wanna listen to Bill complain about his snow anymore. We're not gonna, we look, you know what I'm saying? We do something not to push it up there. But unfortunately, it's not in our hands, but Dave can, talk and try and,
Can talk to Rick, you know.
yeah.
But putting it back onto the road's not the solution.
No, correct.
Well, my problem with that is, when that pile gets sufficient in back, I then have to pay to get rid of it.
And that's the way businesses in town have, I mean, that's
No,
just the way it
not-
is.
That's
not
what
all
the
of them.
businesses are doing.
Main Street, they shove it on
Main Street's
to the
business.
road.
Because they're,
Now, let me say this, that big pile on Second Street,
Mhm.
tell me that it came from those two blocks of
Came
Oak
from
Street.
Main Street in those 2 blocks. It did.
Oh, I don't,
The banks is all piled in.
The
the
banks?
banks is piled, how about behind,
Cedar Brook,
how
the
about
clinic is piled
behind,
across.
how
Clinic
about
is piled.
behind Main Street? I don't see a lot of piles back there, where did all that snow go?
In the alley.
Yeah, and then it goes up to Second Street. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we're,
saying.
we're on to that game, so I've got some pictures, we're gonna address that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, it's,
No, but
there's things that happen, and
I was plowing that morning and I took some pictures, so we're addressing that.
see, I heard that Dave and his crew started at 3 AM. My solution is to be there at 3 AM. Let my other plowing that I got in my other place wait, and be there at 3 AM taking a lot of pictures. Because then I can come here with pictures and show y'all what's going on.
Mhm.
Just like I had a neighbor that cleaned out his, shoved it all the way down the alley, turned around and shoved the alley snow and his up onto my property. And the proof was, nobody else at noon had cleaned their driveways on my alley.
Mhm.
And that's where it came from. I got a hold of Joel and I said, enough of this. I got more than enough snow on my property from my own snow and Dean's snow that I don't want a neighbor's snow and I don't want the city snow or the county snow, whoever it is,
I understand that, and I'm sure you're not the only person who, the snow is not fun for anyone. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't think anything like Terry says targeted you, and we'll see what we can do. But snow sucks. The more we get, the more it sucks, and that's just kind of the way we have to deal with it because we live here. And unfortunately, I wish it was a perfect answer, but there's
Well, Dean and I used to take care of the north side of Elm Street and the south side of Maple Street from his properties all the way around front, plus our snow. And it took the city literally 15 minutes with that big plow to push it down into the creek. It's not that way anymore.
Mhm.
So now things change. I'm not gonna have anybody's snow on my property other than Dean's and mine.
And if someone's pushing their snow on your property, get hold of the chief and he will take care of that.
And when it's the county doing it, then
Nothing you can do about it.
Like I said, they can't go back in the street, and that's just the ordinance. Like I said, we'll talk to them and see, but throwing it back in the street is not.
the
answer.
ordinance says snow that fell onto the sidewalk. If it was pushed onto the sidewalk, does the ordinance say that?
It's just, you gotta just keep your sidewalks clear.
It
That's
says keep your sidewalks clear.
I'm gonna keep the sidewalk clear.
Keep it clear, but don't put it in the road. You'll be okay. That's what I can tell you, Bill.
You never know, the chief might wanna start some crap with them, though, you might go talk to him for you.
Who?
You might go talk to him for you if he wants to start some crap with them.
The city or the county?
all right. Thank you, Bill.
There will be other solutions.
All right. Agenda item number 12, consideration of ordinance number 2025-08, amending 184-3A State Uniform Dwelling Code of the city's building code to adopt SPS 327 camping units and 184-4 construction standards electrical code. that motion.
That coming from the inspector.
Correct. Yes.
He wants to just get caught up on getting to where the state is for the codes and things like
Yep.
that. That's all it would be.
The building inspector?
Yes, our new one, yeah.
Because the state is just finally catching up with some of the new electrical codes and things like that now.
Let's make a motion to adopt.
Okay, for a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion or ordinance passed. Agenda item number 13, consideration of the ordinance number 2025-09, adopting to allow for the opening of Highway 170 from 7th Street to 320th Street for all-terrain vehicle use. Still not heard anything from the county on
I
this.
haven't been updated. Did we get the attorney's new ordinance for us back?
Yes.
Okay. So that's all that needs to get.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is from us, this is from us, but it's still not technically done until the county
But
adopts.
that's not our problem.
But that's what I'm saying, just so, I'm just making it clear, if anyone says, oh, we can use the bridge now, you can, but if a county cop would stop you, it's not technically legal. This is just from our standpoint of doing what we need to do.
I'll make the motion to adopt that.
Second.
All right, all in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries, or ordinance carries, excuse me. A discussion consideration of a 30-minute parking sign request by Sean Liebert for the True Value Hardware Store. I do not see Sean here tonight, so we will skip that. Agenda number 15, discussion consideration of declaring extra ammunition and 8 church pews, 7 to 10 foot pews, and 1 12-foot, or I'm sorry, 7 10-foot pews and 1 12-foot pew as surplus.
So we got a storage unit back by the PE overhead doors that long before I started here, the city got some old church pews that maybe they were gonna put in this hallway here that never came to fruition, so we're just taking up room at this point.
Get rid of it. I'll make a motion to get rid of those.
The motion is to declare these as surplus. That's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Okay. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
No.
Did you get that? Good to know. All right, motion passes. Discussion consideration of 2026 parking ticket fees. Terry.
Wow, back to business. So we raised the snow, the lawn mowing. Because when someone's too lazy to mow their lawn, it's not a convenience for David to mow the lawn. So we raised it. Now, I would like to do the same for shoveling. So I think, right?
This is part
This
of
is
the.
parking. Yeah.
Oh, parking.
Yes, yes.
So I'm like, yeah, we did shoveling and grass. So yeah, we did that. Okay, so parking. So David, I got a couple phone calls the morning of the snow. They watched David drive around cars parked on Pine twice.
I watched it and I said, I'm sorry. Later.
And so then therefore David has to go around once and has to go around twice. And if he goes the next time, the car's still there. So that person is just costing the city money.
So what would you like to do with our parking ticket fees?
I would like to raise it, but I don't know what fee to. They're $25 right now.
Yes,
What do you think, boss?
I don't like going super high with the parking fee. $25 might not seem high to some people, but somebody makes minimum wage. Already. If you do want to go higher, maybe first offense 25, second offense bumps up, third offense bumps up. That'd be my suggestion instead of going to $100 for citation. If you do want to bump it up.
Well, I do want to bump it up. Does anybody else think that's smart to bump it up? Because it seems like it's the same people that park.
I think incrementally is a good idea.
It's the same people that park.
What if
And
we did like first 25, second 50, third 100?
what do you think? I think that's a
I
lot
don't
more.
park on the
public.
street.
I don't either. I just think
I do
that's.
park on the street, so I can say that.
So
Not anymore.
this
Not
is
soon.
mostly only an issue the first snowstorm or two, that people remember, but throughout the rest of the winter.
Or did you say you don't like to take it?
The last big one we had, because we had a snow, I went ahead of it, we didn't have any citations.
Do you put out reminders like
We used to, but it's against state law for us to put anything on this, car that's not a citation, unfortunately.
At this point, everyone who parks on the street should know I park there, you know you don't park there with.
But a reminder is nice.
Jerome has been. our
I mean, I get that, but we shouldn't have to remind people.
Officer Boyd has gone around and knocked at people's doors and said, hey, snow's coming, get your car. So the city's been doing,
They've been.
we've been trying to, so people know, yes, it isn't, we're not, Joel's not sneaking up on someone hanging behind a tree going, oh, you left your car here. And
On Maple, there's signs up in the street.
Dave, are you driving around intentionally 3 times a day just to check to see if this car's been moved?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But we go by, we open.
When you're doing roads, you end up going by and you see them and
Yes.
things like that. And yeah, not making special trips.
Yes. No, I'm not driving around to see if they've moved yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm passing by and we're pushing it out and it's still there, obviously, I'd have to go around it again.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I'm of the thinking that bigger is always better, more of a deterrent than not. So I don't like the incremental. I think if you put it up there, they won't do it.
Joel, you wrote 9.
7.
Anybody come in and complain? Brent? They paid the $25.
I got a couple phone calls.
They complaints about it?
I know I was one of the people that got one. And I wasn't arguing about the ticket, I wasn't mad about that, because I should have had my car off, I didn't realize it was all that much. For it at the time it did, but it was a 5-day pay or suspension of registration. I live on disability, I get $1,200 a month. Sometimes I don't have, like right now, I got 36 cents in my account, so next time I get paid.
If that happens, I believe you could come down to the city and talk like a Rosie. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's intention is to suspend your license. At least I hope that's not our intention.
I dealt with some municipalities that have been very vindictive about.
No, we're not
I don't
trying
know
to.
about Glenwood City at all.
The only thing I can say from our perspective is whatever the fine is, all we want is your car off the road so Dave can just do his job and not have to drive around. Come back. That's literal. And so whatever that number deterrent is, it can be.
Right.
But
If you park there, you know you shouldn't. That's a risk you take. Right? You know you're gonna be eligible for a ticket.
But too, like if he's brand new to town and
Well,
he can't read, but he can drive, he maybe can't make the time. I'm just saying.
You start the
You
first
come
one
in
low,
and-
the second one goes up. The first was, okay, you parked there, you shouldn't have. You're busy, you're a relative, you didn't know not to park there, fine. The second one, now you know about it. It should go up.
What do you think? You ain't said a word.
Well, I like the incremental, because I'm guessing that
I think you need
95%
more.
of these tickets, the first time are people that are like this gentleman were like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna snow that much, or shoot, I forgot, or they're out of town and they're in their car and.
Mine was a lighter snow, it wasn't a heavy one, so.
So do I have a motion for me?
Would it be possible to change that to incremental, first,
You
second,
can
third?
do whatever you would like to do. That's
What do
why
you
you're on the
think,
board.
Steve? When you park on the street?
I'm on the fence with it, because, I would like to see what's gonna happen, because, like I said, this last snow, you didn't take it anybody.
No,
Because they all know.
yeah, glad to see that.
And if you're gonna start taking them at a high rate right off the bat, I think you're just money grabbing. That's what it looks like. And that's not the idea. The idea is just to get people to get off the street.
Yeah.
I saw there were some reminders on Facebook about street parking. I don't know if it went out with the water bill or any of that stuff, which I thought it did. There's plenty of reminders out there, but there are some people that don't see that stuff and don't, if they're renters and things like that and aren't on Facebook. I just think, the $25, just leave it at that and let's see what happens. If we get repeat offenders, then maybe we want to do something then. I don't want to be the money grab. So I guess I'm on the fence with raising it.
Does anyone want to make a motion about any of this, or would you like to
I
table
make
it?
one because I'm gonna get shot down.
Good, give me some money.
I'll make a motion. The first one's 25, the second one's 50, and the third one's 100.
Can I add that only applies to snow seasonal parking?
Correct.
And not
Yes.
every parking?
Correct.
Correct, we're talking about session.
So that first, second, third, is that hard for you to keep track of?
It'll just be me and your own.
Is it more work on your?
It'll be a little more work, but it's better than
We don't
Bump it
wanna.
up to $100.
And that's why I didn't wanna do the increment, because he's got enough.
Well, we have a motion on the table for an incremental 25, 50 for a second violation, 100 for a third violation. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I just wanted it raised. I don't want to do increments to make my work for him. I just want it flat. I was just saying like.
Because of that reasoning, I am going to vote no, because I don't want to make more work for the chief, and I like Steve's idea of seeing where we go. And if we have problems, we can address it again, so. Yep, I'll break the tie for right now.
I know there'll be problems. I live in Maple, it's the same people parking the street over and
We
over
did
and
that.
over and over. That I watch Dave plow around. Over and over and over and over.
I tried to-
Dave takes that all the time.
Moving on. Agenda item number 17, discussion consideration of the 2026 fee schedule. Obviously now with no snow, everything should be the same. We have changed the mowing fees, that thing. Do I have a motion to keep the fee schedule as is? To approve it for 2026. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, agenda number 18, enter into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statutes 19.85 1C for the following purposes. 19.85 1C to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee subject to the jurisdiction or authority of the governing body. It is discussion regarding our clerk and deputy clerk positions. For those of you that don't know, our clerk is resigning, so we have to go through the process of finding a new one. Do I have, would you call the, Brenda first, sorry, need a motion to move into closed session?
Motion.
Nope,
Go ahead.
nope, Stoner's got it. I got the second.
Stoner's got it.
Stoner's got it. Second.
Motion to move into closed
When
session.
I'm going.
Do
you
I have a
get all of it.
second?
I second it.
Will you please call the roll?
Ross,
Yes.
Bill. Brad. Lee,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Stoner.
Yes.
We are now in closed session. Thank you everyone for attending.
So you're gonna set our meeting up.
Yeah,
Yes, tomorrow I'll do that. All right, we are back in open session. Terry, would you bring your motion to the table, please?
I would like to make a motion to give our deputy clerk Brandy a $5.
I second.
So that is from Terry. And Jess is the second.
Robert.
And I have to call the roll, so, Soder,
Yes.
Jess,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
all right. That was our only thing from closed session, correct?
Yes.
Which one you move?
Oh, do we,
I said it all.
because we don't have to make a motion to set up a special meeting, correct?
You're set up special meeting, we'll make that candidate.
Pop up, man.
But we don't have to,
Don't have
it's
to
just,
say
it's a
you're
separate
ready.
meeting, yep, all right. So we are on to number 20. We've done number 21, next meeting date, January 19th, 2026 at 7 PM. Item number 22. we have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Yes. You beat him.
I
He
had
was
to.
trying.
If Dan's not here, I gotta go.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you for your time.
You want this?
Yes, it is.